Digital romance TV.
Hey folks, how are you? It's Michael Fiore and Nora Blake, and we're talking about cheating again. I love that. And the question today is, do all
caps.
this is all capitalized, men cheat? And the answer is, well, do all women cheat?
No.
But a lot of women cheat.
Sure.
But like actually about the same amount of women cheat as men cheat, right?
It's true.
Like, so doesn't that mean that all women cheat? Like, why is the question, do all men cheat then?
Because women falsely still believe that men, wow, I was about to say hold all the power in relationships, and therefore, yeah, and that's actually, that is where that comes from.
Yeah.
That is where that comes from.
It also comes from like 50 years ago, in the early 20th century, the way we even thought of marriage was different, right? Like back in pre-1950 or whatever else, it was basically assumed that when you were married, the guy was going to go sleep with other women, and the woman wasn't allowed to.
Well, that's because
right?
women, and this is, they're one of their main purposes is to create offspring for the man, and propagate his genes.
We don't believe that.
And therefore, this I'm just this was the belief. This is why women are supposed to be virgins when they get married, and also take their husband's last name as opposed to now from their father's last name. Is because they are being transferred as property, and therefore they then are required to give birth to the babies of this man that they have now married, and then men are made for pleasure, not just for.
Or women are made for pleasure. Yeah.
No, I mean
in this
scenario, men are allowed to have pleasure.
This was also back when we thought women didn't have orgasms,
right?
And things like that. But really, like if you look at, it's always funny people say we're redefining marriage because we've been redefining marriage for centuries, right? Marriage used to be really a plural thing where there was a guy and as many women as he could have way back in the day. That's the way it was. Eventually, it changed, and now we have what we have today. But really, the whole idea of men being monogamous with their wives is a relatively new thing that really came with the women's revolution, where they were like, well, if you're going to sleep with other women, I'm going to sleep with other guys too. And guys went, no, wait, sorry, we won't sleep with anybody else then. We're done, it's fine. But these days, and it also came from the power dynamic that came from the fact that men made all the money and women didn't have any. And these days, women make money. They don't make as much as men because for a variety of reasons that we're not going to go into right now. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of women can pay their own bills, and we've actually seen the percentage of women who cheat dramatically rising over the last 30-ish, 40-ish years as they gained more political and financial power. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, no, not all men cheat.
And not all women cheat.
And not all women cheat, but it's within a few percentage points. I think men cheat slightly more still, but I don't think that's going to stay true. But it's people cheat. And why do people cheat? Because they're not getting what they want in their relationships, and because human beings are not designed to be monogamous creatures. And I'm not saying that in a way that says, oh my God, everyone should have open marriages and open relationships and all that crap.
Some people are more
monogamous
able to do it, and some people, marriage is more rampant than it should be in terms of commitment and what people are capable of, and we feel pressured by society to be involved with somebody for the rest of our lives, and it's all those things.
But the real answer is anyone who has the power to do so, who feels like they can do so without absolutely destroying their lives, will be tempted to cheat in a bad relationship.
Absolutely.
Right?
Or in a relationship that's,
dissatisfying in some way, or whatever else is going to be. So women cheat and men cheat because they can. It used to be that women never cheated because, well, if they did, they would be, well, depending on the culture you're in. I mean, there are still cultures in the world where if a woman cheats or even is raped, she's blamed for the whole thing and is, either killed or imprisoned or anything like that, right? So anyway, you're asking the wrong question. People cheat because some people cheat. They cheat because the relationship isn't what they need, and because we're not really designed to just be with one person for 50 years. You can be monogamous. You can have a successful monogamous relationship, but you can only do that by being conscious of the fact that it's hard, by knowing that what you're choosing to do is not natural and easy. So many people think, well, we're together, so it's just going to be great from now on. It doesn't work that way. So hopefully we answered your question. If you agree or disagree, go ahead and put some comments down below. And I'm sure we'll see all sorts of cheaters or bastards, blah, blah, blah. And well, at least one person will say, well, no, because every man I've ever been with is cheating on me, so therefore all men cheat. And I'll say that's a sampling error, and it says more about you than it does about the men than it does about men. So if you have any comments, go down below, and then go over to digitalromance.tv for more. Bye-bye. If you want to understand men better than they understand themselves, go to digitalromance.tv/secret to watch a special presentation where I explain the weird psychology of men and what men need to truly commit to a woman.